Welcome to American Dream Garage. Today we're going to do a video on a 1998 Mercedes 500 SEL, model designation R129. This car ran from 1990 to 2002. It followed the R107, which ran from 72 to 1989. Probably one of the most well-known SL styles, maybe following the Pagoda, but it had the longest run, and then was followed by 2003 with variations to current is the R230. This car has a 5-liter V8, 322 horsepower. They had different variations of the car offered. In the early 90s, they had the SL300 6-cylinder engine. I think it was right around 200 horsepower. Then the SL320, which was slightly over 200, maybe 220 horsepower. And then they came out in 92 or 3 with the SL600, which was a V12 and had 389 horsepower. Interesting enough, doing some research, I learned something that I didn't know, and that I think it was in 1992 Daimler-Benz purchased AMG, and that they actually had AMG models of this car, which I never knew. They had an SL600 AMG, they had an SL72, 73. Those were 7-liter V12 engines, highest horsepower ratings ever for an engine put in an SL. I think one was 500 and one was 519, capable of 199 miles an hour in 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds. And then the final years they had an SL55, which I didn't know, I've never seen. I think the total production of those cars, all of them, was probably less than 300. And the most was, I think, the SL72, which had around 100, 150. So very rare, and of all the times that I've had looking and watching for cars, and even these cars, never seen one come up for sale. So the car had a lot of new features for the model. First, probably the primary one was a fully retractable soft top. Had a roll bar, rollover protection, which raised and lowered. Had rain sensing wiper, first year for the rain sensing wiper. Had sensors on the seat to turn off the airbag if the car wasn't occupied. And something we take for granted now is garage door opener controls mounted on the car. It was the first year and first car to have that. So very comfortable car, very smooth driving, sophisticated sports car, capable of 0 to 60 in around 6 seconds, capable of cruising all day long, probably in excess of 100 miles an hour. Seats have very good back support, very durable engine. So just a great car, and very collectible and desirable among Mercedes collectors. So we'll take it for a test drive. Thanks for coming along today at American Dream Garage. Okay, today we're going to go for a test drive in my 1998 Mercedes 500 SL. I have a 280 SL, that's why I said that. This car is very much modern conveniences, comfort. Air conditioning being one of the primary. The air conditioners in the older SLs didn't work too well. This car has 41,442 miles. I purchased it locally. It was owned by an owner in Texas, in Houston, I believe, for 1 year. Then it was purchased by a gentleman here in Kansas and held for from 1999 to 2020, so 21 years. Based on the condition of the car, it feels like this car was always indoors, and that it spent a lot of time indoors. Service records would show that the last 10 or 15 years it moved, and it was driven regularly, but not very far. Put the window up so we can hear. Always have the part of the video where we drive on this concrete road and it sounds terrible. So run into a little traffic here, but 339 horsepower, 338 horsepower. 0 to 60, I think, in under around 6 seconds. So it has a lot of get up and go. I mean, compared to earlier SLs, where they were for cruising, they weren't for speed. The SL has kind of transformed itself over the years with the AMG models and higher horsepower, even the 6-cylinder today, 0 to 60, 4.9 seconds, twin turbocharged. So the car's transformed itself into a rocket ship from a speed perspective. It still has the same comfort and touring capability. Obviously, many more features in the newer vehicles than this one, although this one has CD, AM, FM, cassette, climate control, cruise control, power windows, power door locks, power top, hard top. So it's decked out pretty well. But these R129s are great cars to drive. All right, so that's a short test drive. I hope you got a chance to see the car and also see how the car performs. And stay tuned, subscribe to American Dream Garage. We're going to be doing a lot more videos in the coming months. Thanks for coming in today.